www.combatives.com, Kembativz. Kelly McCann here to talk about another World War II strike, the cupped hand blow. The cupped hand blow is basically a strike that's meant to be concussive, right? You're forming the hand in such a way that you were gonna like get a drink of water and put it in your mouth, okay? So your fingers are aligned along the side, your thumb is alongside. Not sure who coined the terminology, cupped hand blow. I think it was back in the GHCA day. I'm not sure whether it was me or Bob or I can't remember. But at any rate, it's been called a lot of things. Bear slap, bitch slap. The bottom line is that it's meant to be a strike that is thrown sloppily. In other words, you don't want to stiffen your arm or your forearm or your shoulders. So I don't want to like stiffen it up and do this. And the target really is to put that cup over the ear. Since air doesn't compress, when you hit that and you make a clap on someone's ear, basically it forces the air into the eardrum, blow the eardrum, result in vertigo for a second. You'll also get a nice neck twist off it. But like we always say with combatives, right, you don't want to aim just for your hand to touch the ear. You want to make sure that you've got enough depth so that if the guy does pull back, that you're still going to land. Now, this strike can be thrown a couple of different ways, but just remember that strikes that originate from the outside are fairly easy to block, all right? Because all a person has to do basically is outside elbow block. If you're doing this, then it's pretty easy to stop. Also leverage guard, right? So if the arm is coming, if it's a right-handed strike and it's coming around the bend, all I've got to do is put my arm up 90 to basically 90 as it comes in to stop it, okay? So any strike that originates from the outside in is something that we want to be concerned about because the hit probability is a little bit reduced. Anyway, the short cupped hand blow is similar to a hook, boxing hook, throwing a strong hand. I'm gonna step on the opposite side foot, so I'm gonna basically use my zigzag footwork. So I'm stepping with this side as I use this hand to come in. The elbow is down, and basically what you're doing is you're bringing it straight across with your hip and your shoulder. Your rear foot pivots just like it would with a normal punch. And all I'm trying to do is lay that hand right up alongside the head. So if you look at Bob right here, all I'm doing is this, right? So I'm coming in, I'm gonna step to load the strike and bring my weight in that direction. Use a Dempsey drop, right? My footfall with impact is what's happening. Like this, right? And I'm striking across the surface, my elbow's down, right? I don't wanna lift my elbow. That's a short cupped hand blow. Pretty explosive, pretty quick strike to throw. You can do it from position number 4 where your hands are here. Just cook off, throw them here. Okay. Always this hand is coming up because once I start throwing strikes, obviously I've told on myself that there's going to be some striking, so you got to be ready for him to do something as well. So that's the short cupped hand blow. The long cupped hand blow, you can throw off a fade, similar to some of the other strikes where you kind of shoulder roll and you bring it back like this, where if someone is being aggressive or whatever, if you've ever seen a bully, for example, in high school get in someone's face, it's typical for them to do this kind of thing, right? Where they bring the shoulder up and they're protecting their face. Really natural movement. In boxing, the shoulder roll, right, is used by a lot of different fighters to protect their face, replacing the face with the shoulder, just like you were pulling covers over you at night, right? So you're replacing this open area with your shoulder. So you can basically fade into that, like kind of stepping away like this, which is basically deceiving him about what's going to happen. This hand right here drops all the way down, all right, all the way down. And then the easiest way to think of this is to just throw a baseball, right? So I'm just basically taking my hand, I'm forming it correctly, and then I'm going to step the left foot and aim right here. So all I'm going to do is basically throw the football, throw the baseball rather, okay? Now, on a cupped hand blow like that, the palm heel is just as good a tool as the cupped hand. So as it comes in, if you guys have seen Russian slapping and all that stuff, you'll notice that when they slap, they're actually using the palm heel, right, to get good kinetic energy transfer. Well, the same thing is true with this, right? As I come up and I force air inside the ear canal, if you watch the palm heel, you'll see that it lays up against the mandibular angle right here on the jawline. So basically what's happening is this, right? So you can see that it's coming in, and my palm heel is just about even with Bob's jawline, okay? Cupped hand blow. Now, you don't ever want to throw anything in a microcosm. When we do that, right, we've always got to be ready to follow up, and we've always got to be ready for what happens if that strike fails, okay? You can throw these once the aggression starts and once the fight's actually playing out. But predominantly you see people using these as a preemptive strike, okay? In normal combatives, everything seems to be preemptive these days. But some good follow-ups, I mean, obviously I'm here, right? That means this shoulder's back, so I can come back up here with a palm heel or a chin jab. I come here with the palm heel, right? So just think about what your shoulders are doing. As I throw this here, my left side is now chambered. You can see that it's back. So it makes sense that all I'm gonna do is bring this side forward, which chambers this hand, bring that side forward. Make sure that you're wiring your feet to your hands and you're getting all the power you can using proper body dynamics and things like that. Same thing with a long cupped hand blow, right? If someone steps back or gets out of the way, what you don't wanna do is overcommit so that when you throw it, you do this. And now you guys got the back of your arm, he's got the back of your shoulder, and he's in more of an advantageous situation than you are, right? You're at a disadvantage. You want to be careful of that. So recovery is important. It's important to think through. It's important to do it on a bag, do it on Bob. I will tell you that slapping Bob, slapping shit out of him with your bare hand, does hurt your hand, okay? So there's nothing wrong with putting an MMA glove on or anything like that, but just that impact like that will put a sting on your hand. You can also see it puts a sting on Bob and actually functions his neck the way that it would happen in a actual contact. So that's just a little bit about the cupped hand blow, things to be considerate of and think about. We appreciate it. Make sure that you like and share content, subscribe to this channel, www.kembativz, and we'll see you soon.